If you've been feeling foggy lately or heavy, like the energies of the world have been weighing you down, then this video might be for you because we're going to talk about a subject that doesn't get talked about often enough or sometimes overlooked, and that is energetic hygiene. Now in this video, I'm going to walk you through what your energy field actually is, what weakens it, some of it might actually surprise you, what things like entity attachments, cords, and implants really are, and how to tell when your field is compromised. And most importantly, how to clear it yourself with simple, powerful rituals and affirmations that will return you to clarity and sovereignty. I hope I said that right. Anyways, let's get into it. Your energetic field. You brush your teeth, you shower your body, you tidy your space, but when was the last time you cleared your energy field? Your energetic body is your first line of protection and the first to take the hit. It's your invisible armor, your intuitive radar, your filter, and it feels before your mind understands. And unlike your skin, it doesn't just touch the world, it absorbs it. Every place you walk into, every conversation you have, every song, every meal, every word, every scroll, all of it imprints on your field. Things that can weaken your field, and doom scrolling or absorbing heavy news, watching violent, disturbing or emotionally draining shows, overeating or eating foods that your body doesn't want, alcohol, recreational drugs, and even some pharmaceuticals, negative self-talk or looping, disempowering thoughts, gossip, drama, and judgment, especially when it feels good in the moment. Overexposure to chaotic spaces or people, think energy vampires, sleep deprivation, unprocessed emotions, or spiritual bypassing. And also we've got fear, shame, and codependency, being too open without energetic boundaries. I know it sounds like a lot, but you don't need to live in a bubble, but your awareness of these things is your power. Now, before I dive deeper into energetic clearing and spiritual hygiene and whatnot, the inspiration behind this video is through my own personal journey when it comes to energy healing. I started to experience certain effects with my body and with certain clearings when I went to go and see other practitioners that was occurring, which I found really interesting. They would say things like, oh, you've got hooks, you've got implants, you've got parasites, you've got entity attachments. And I found it rather alarming. And what I came to realize is that our energetic fields can be like sponges, and I'm a physical empath, and if you do not have any clear energetic boundaries set, then anything can come along for the ride. And when I went more deeper with my studies through Reiki, I noticed how important as an actual practitioner it is to protect your own field, because when you are clearing energy from someone and you're working on their energetic field, you're working in a very intimate setting. And sometimes you are not immune to picking up whatever that other person has in their field, especially if you're an empath. My best friend has a nickname for me and she calls me Investigating. And maybe it's a Scorpio trait, but when I'm curious about a subject, I really like to go all in and dive deep because I want to have the best understanding that I can of it. And sometimes I have to get a few runs on the board, like I have to read quite a few things to really get an understanding of it. And so this year, and actually for the past 18 months, I've really consumed numerous amounts of podcasts, articles, blogs, and texts with regards to energetic healing. And this is one of the subjects that comes up quite a lot, especially if you're a person that is practicing energy healing, or you're a person that's attending a lot of group sessions like meditations, retreats, and stuff like that. Depending on how open your field is and how grounded you are within yourself, it is not uncommon for you to pick up the energies of the people that you're around. Without further ado, we'll keep the ball rolling and we'll talk a little bit more in depth about why it's so important to look after yourself. The tricky thing with energy is a vast majority of us can't see it. Now, there are some people who have the gift of second sight and they can fully see your energetic field and what's hanging around. But for a lot of us, because it's not tangible, it does make it harder to believe. The most common examples that I could offer you is, have you ever walked into a room after an argument and you felt it in your chest, like a pressure or a heaviness, even though nobody said a word? That's energy. Or maybe you felt exhausted after hanging out with someone, even though they didn't do anything. That's also energy too. It's subtle, but your body knows, your body feels it. And you might feel it as a tightness in your chest or in your gut, racing thoughts out of nowhere, irritability or overwhelm that doesn't match your day, tired but wired, a foggy head, sudden anxiety or heaviness. That's probably the one for me. I will all of a sudden get heat and anxiety around my chest, and I'm like, I don't know where this is coming from. Or looping thoughts that don't feel like yours. Those are all examples of energy that we can pick up. Now I'm going to talk about a subject that's not often popular, and that is entity attachments. I'll keep it as grounded as possible. Entity attachments are not demons in the corner. They're simply energetic parasites, vibrations of thought forms that cling to your field when you're in a low state, such as fear, shame, or feeling disconnection. They feed off energy and they linger until they are cleared. And they're not stronger than you, they don't own you, and they leave when you tell them to, but if you're not aware of them, they will stay there, and you will feel weighed down not knowing exactly what is going on. And I'm going to make a little bit of a segue here, but I learned that often when your vibration is raising and it's getting higher, there are certain energies that do not want you to ascend, do not want you to go to the light. They are trying to keep you in a state that is low vibration to stop you from reaching towards the light. Because when we are reaching towards the light, we are incredibly powerful. And in this three-dimensional earth world that we live in, there is polarity. We have darkness and we have light. And both sides want you to join forces with them. The darkness wants you, as does the light. If the darkness raises its head, or there's more pain in your life, or there's a lot more uncertainty, that means you are getting closer to the light. And this side, let's say this is the dark side, is gonna get louder because you're getting closer to this. But it really comes down to your free will and your own choice as to which side you choose. And this is based on your own choices that you make. Energetic cords and hooks. Sometimes we stay energetically tethered to people we've long outgrown, such as ex-partners, family members, clients, and friends. And those cords can actually drain our vitality and loop us back into old dynamics, repeating old patterns, karmic baggage. And it's not until we release and let go and heal those cords that they may still come back to haunt us, especially if you've been intimate with someone. I wish I'd learned this earlier on in my journey, but it's very, very important to be consciously aware of the people that you merge your energy with, because it's kind of like, say, I know this is going to be a really grotesque analogy, but say that you meet someone at a bar and you sleep with them. Would you have slept with them knowing that they hadn't had a shower for like 20 days, or that they probably slept with a whole bunch of other people and they hadn't cleared their field, the energy field? It would kind of be like, ugh. And that's the thing, is when you are merging with someone, it's really important to be consciously aware of what energy you are inviting into your field. It's not to scare you, it's just to be more consciously aware of what you're letting in. Then we've got hooks and implants. They're like energetic apps installed through trauma, belief systems, or other people's projections onto you. And they run programs in the background. I'm never safe, there's no good men out there, or you have to work super hard to earn your keep. But here's the truth. None of this stays without your unconscious permission. It all comes down to the decisions and the choices you make. And once you're consciously aware of them, everything after that becomes a choice. And this leads beautifully into how to clear your field and what to say while you do it. Now, you don't need to be a trained healer. You don't need expensive tools. All you need is presence, intention, and repetition. Your words are super powerful, and when you say them with pure intention, they will do the work. I'm going to show you 6 easy things that you can implement in your daily or weekly life to help cleanse your field. Now, one of the most popular ones is actually smoke cleansing, using either Palo Santo, sage, rosemary, or incense. And what you do is you sweep the smoke around your body, up and down the sides, and say, anything not mine, leave now. I release all foreign energy with love. This field belongs to me. And make sure that when you are doing a smoke clearing, that you have your windows open, because the energy does need to go somewhere. The next one I would encourage would be salt baths, or swimming in a natural body of water like the ocean or a lake. But things such as sea salt and Himalayan salt in a bath are really good for drawing out negative energy and clearing your auric field. And if you don't have access to those and you have a shower, just say when you're in the shower, I release what no longer serves. I call my energy back, cleansed and clear. And as you do that, if you are in the shower, just imagine all the negative energy draining out of you and going down the drain. The next one is the white light or violet flame visualization. And what you want to do is you want to imagine white light pouring down from the cosmos and cleansing and realigning your aura and your energy field. And what you say when you do this, a simple incantation, is I am restored, I am purified, I am protected. And there are many different mantras that you can use, but all you have to do is just have the intention that you're clearing and you're protecting your field and you're releasing what no longer serves you. The next thing that you can do, and this one's extremely effective and one that I use often, is an energy recall ritual. And what you do is you get yourself into a space where you're not going to be disturbed. You put one hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach. You center yourself, anchor yourself into your body, and then you state out loud, I call all parts of me back to me now, from all people, timelines, and places, cleansed, integrated, and whole. And you don't have to use that exact phrasing. Sometimes I'll say purified, returned back to me with grace, etc. And then I also rebuke the energy that no longer serves me. I ask it to leave and I ask it to release itself. The next one is cord cutting. Now, there are a lot of cord cutting rituals that you can do that are on YouTube, Reddit forums, Instagrams, and whatnot, and they can be incredibly powerful. But I will say this, sometimes you might need to do it a couple more times to release the energy of the other person until you feel like that energy is no longer there. The most important thing behind anything that you do is the intention behind it. If it has no intention and you're not really focusing on that thing, it's just not really going to work. And research it, just put it into Google. There are heaps of different cord cutting rituals that you can do. You can go and see someone for this, but if you don't have the funds for it, you can just perform this ritual for yourself. The way I like to do this is there is a very famous prayer called the Hawaiian Opono. I'm going to say it wrong, but basically what you do is you set the other person, visualize the other person or thing on the other side of you, and you say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And you do it with intention, and that is a way of releasing them. And once you've said what you've needed to say to that person, you can take a sword, like visualize a sword or scissors, and cut that cord between you and send the energy back to that person. And that can be an effective way of releasing them. Say, I release them, I reclaim me. And last but not least, claim that you are a sovereign being. And this might be your most important and powerful spell. This is what I say. I am sovereign in my body, my energy, and my timeline. Nothing may stay in my field that does not serve my highest truth. I choose clarity, I choose peace, I choose me, and I release all that does not serve me. And you can use whatever saying that you want, but I would use that you are a sovereign being and that you claim your sovereignty. After doing this, you might feel lighter, you might cry, you might yawn, tingle. That's energy releasing. I know I shake sometimes. And if you still feel off, don't panic. It's kind of like a detoxification process. And if you've ever done a detox, it's often bumpy before it gets smooth. But I'd ask you yourself a couple of questions. What have I consumed today, physically, emotionally, or digitally? Who or what am I still plugged into? Am I in my body, or am I leaking my energy into the past? You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be present and have an awareness. Because we humans, we all have choices, but sometimes we can unconsciously get carried away doing something, not realizing that it could potentially be detrimental to our auric field. And the thing is we're all human. There is going to be a time where we're going to watch a TV show that may have some level of violence or have some Doritos. I love chocolate. So we're all human. We're all souls having a human experience. I think it just comes down to just your awareness of what you're repeatedly exposing yourself to. And if your life doesn't feel like it's going in alignment, then this is just an extra tool that you can add to your toolkit on going, I'm feeling a little bit off. Have I been looking and doom scrolling on social media lately? Have I been watching a show that's leaking into my dreams? So on and so forth. And also this will benefit you for manifestation, being in alignment with certain things, and calling in things that are aligned with your highest path and your highest timeline. The thing is you wouldn't go a week without showering. So ideally, you don't want to go a week without giving your energetic field a bit of a zhuzh. You are sacred, and I would encourage you to treat your energy like it too. Thank you so much for watching.